In southern Spain, majestically, yet mysteriously, the legendary Alhambra proudly rises above Granada's atmospheric old town. Curiously, the history of the Alhambra began with the gradual decline of the Islamic empire of the Moorish Al-Andalus. After Córdoba, former center of power of the caliphs, had fallen into the hands of the Christians in 1238, Granada became the country's new capital city. Mohammed the First ordered the construction of the Alhambra's massive walls and 24 watchtowers above the remains of a comparatively modest fortress. One of the most important Moorish buildings, and also one of Spain's most famous attractions, was built on the city's Sabika hill. In addition to splendid Islamic architecture, in the Christian Alhambra, Renaissance design is clearly visible. The impressive palace of Charles V stands out from the architecture of the surrounding buildings of the Nasrides. It is of great symbolic character. Some of its bas-reliefs contain a number of amorous fertility rites. These would have been strictly forbidden in Moorish art. King Charles V deliberately built his palace here, as this location had once been the last bastion of Muslim power in Spain. The palace thus symbolized the triumph of the Christian world. In spite of its imposing appearance, construction of the Renaissance palace remained incomplete. In 1568, a revolt brought its construction to an end. In addition to the external splendor of the Christian palace, the full beauty of its Moorish architecture is only fully revealed by exploring the Alhambra's glorious interior. It is believed that Mejua Hall was built at the command of Ismail I and served as a meeting place for the government of the day. Numerous new building programs and several architectural embellishments to the Alhambra palaces continued up until the 15th century. The former splendor of the Comares Palace, built by Mohammed V around 1370 after the successful conquest of Algeciras, is still evident today. The interaction of space, light and color is magical, and also gives a fine impression of the remarkable artistry and creative skills of the Moors. picturesque myrtle courtyard was at the centre of the Islamic residential quarters, with the private rooms of the royal family situated around it. The reflection of the surrounding buildings on the surface of the water was designed to enhance still further the beautiful architecture. Under the rule of Mohammed V, between 1362 and 1391, the Nasrides kingdom was at its zenith. The famous Lion Fountain also originated at this time. Although nothing remains of its original gilded work, the fountain and its marble lions still radiate elegance and dignity. Close by, the King's Hall fascinates visitors with its stucco-like decorative elements, or mucanes, that are among the most beautiful in the Alhambra. But following the conquest of Granada by the Catholic kings, the cultural and architectural treasures of the Moors were soon forgotten. However, thanks to the American author Washington Irving, the Alhambra and the neighbouring Generalif once again became a focus of attention in the 19th century. The grounds of the Generalif Palace were originally designed as an agricultural area. Instead, a wonderful garden gradually evolved. These beautifully laid out gardens must once have been a paradise on earth and a dream come true. The water courtyard was at the centre of the Generalif Palace, a symbol of the Moorish admiration for this vital commodity. The exquisite beauty of these gardens has inspired numerous Oriental and Western writers and poets. Thus, the despair of the last Nasrides ruler strikes a poignant chord today. For according to legend, when he was forced to abandon his palace to the Christian armies without a fight, his eyes filled with tears as he glanced back at his beloved Alhambra.